Hey there, this is Oli.
And this is Jordan.
Welcome to the Real Cut Podcast, where we give you our unfiltered take on life.
How's your week been?
It's been good. I paused that time because last time I tried to say hello. You took my hello.
I know, I'm a thief.
But it's been good. It's been
Yeah,
a good week. Yeah, busy. New Year's was
yeah.
this week, right?
What'd you do for New Year's?
Lyle and I got crazy. We got really candy high or sugar high. Is that what they say, right?
Yeah,
Is that the
sugar
saying? Yeah.
candy high.
Well, it's another Oleism for you guys.
So
But
candy high.
we did. We got so candy high. Just but that's
Excellent.
what we did. We hung out. We ate some crap food, you know. I showed him the lovely world of Hot Pocket,
You've
and
never given him a hot pocket?
I've kept him from a lot of different things, you know. And he also
Like,
has like
it's time.
it's time. Exactly. I was like, listen, this is the pocket of hot, and it's gonna change your life. No. That's a whole different conversation. But but yeah, no, he hadn't. Well, he's more of a cheese pizza kind of guy, right? So where they
Yeah,
have like one of those, it's not always available. It was always meat options, and
yeah,
he was one of those kids that pepperoni was too spicy,
yeah.
you know. And so he recently has changed that world, and he's eating a lot more stuff. And so we tried it out, and it was good. Like just it's a hot pocket.
Yeah.
It's nothing like great. You
I
know what
feel
I mean?
like teens would love it. Like,
Oh, it's yeah.
did your school, I don't know if normal schools have this. Mine was a private school, so it did. But did your school have like a little store that you could buy stuff from?
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I
Yeah.
didn't know if that was normal, but
Yeah.
mine had Hot Pockets and I
Oh,
never
that's
had
cool.
money, so I like got given money by this guy named Bobby,
Yeah.
where like a whole bunch of girls like played
Oh,
Bobby
yeah. Bobby was the
horribly.
sucker. Yeah.
Yeah, and we would all ask Bobby for money for that and for like Fantas.
Oh, yeah. You got
Yeah.
to get a Fanta.
Yeah, and
Absolutely.
so I pretty much survived off Hot Pockets
Nice.
in
What's
high
your
school.
favorite flavor of Fanta
Oh,
or
I
color?
don't remember. I think I remember getting red a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I think I just had Fanta and Hot Pockets, like,
That's awesome.
my
I always think of their
entire high
commercial.
school career.
Yeah. We had similar stuff. Except we had what was it? It was chicken fingers. There was
Mhm.
chicken fry basket, and that's where you get it. And they were like the long chicken fingers, and there were fries, and it came in a basket. And
Yeah,
it's been like $5 or something like that, and
there
you
you
get
go.
that, and it was
That's pretty
awesome.
great.
And everybody got it. So
Yeah,
like they were just selling out all the time. And it
yeah,
was I would get that with a Dr. Pepper,
mhm.
and that was my
I
jam.
love Dr.
I
Pepper.
love Dr. Pepper as
Yeah,
well.
it's,
Yeah.
like, so good.
It's yeah.
It always delivers.
Yeah. I get this like prebiotic soda every now and then,
Yeah.
and they've got one they call it like Doctor
Is it
something,
like
Doctor
the
Soda.
Ollie or
Yeah, the
the
Ollie Pops. I
Yeah,
like them because
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
Ollie.
yeah. Is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah, my nephew is Ollie.
Yeah.
Like,
Mhm.
anyways, and so yeah.
Yeah, no, I always
That
joke that they're
that
my
stuff's
sodas.
pretty good.
They're great.
Yeah.
And it, it helps out and
Yeah.
everything like that. So he just got plugged. There you guys go.
Yeah.
And
And if Bobby's watching, I'm sorry. I probably owe you $1,000
no, it'll be
at
all right.
least.
Listen, all you did was teach him a lesson.
Yeah.
All right. Everybody goes through
I don't
lessons.
love who
So,
I was in high school.
well, you learn lessons too. Both sides can learn lessons.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And as a guy, like that's gonna happen. You learn a lesson. You need to
You
learn.
ever have you ever been that guy?
No.
Can
No. I mean,
I have money for a hot pocket?
well, you're like my best friend. That's different, right? Like, but as far as so I didn't grow up with a lot of money. So
Yeah.
I couldn't just be that guy
Yeah,
also,
true.
right?
Bobby,
So
I think Bobby was like rich.
right. And that's I grew up around guys that were like that, like had no personality, but they had a nice car. And so they had to hang
Yeah.
out with like hot girls. Where
Mhm.
I actually had to be somebody, you know, to have
Mhm.
a whole like personality.
Yep.
But yeah, but also I saw through it. Like there's something fake about that. Like I don't I don't want to be around somebody who's just using me. Like if I that's actually like a thing. Like if I ever feel used,
Yes.
I will break ties so quick. Like
Yeah.
so quick. Because it's one thing I don't so I'm a service person. It's part of how I
Right.
show love. So
Yeah.
I'm very
Acts
happy to
of
do things.
service.
Yes.
Yeah,
So I'm very happy to do things for people I care about or stuff like that. I don't
for
want to make
sure.
it sound like that. But that's the problem is that as soon as I feel like somebody's using me though or taking advantage of my kindness, that's when
Yeah.
it's like,
I have trouble telling when that's the case.
well, that's the other side of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is knowing
Like
when.
you're better at figuring that out.
Uh, still.
Debatable.
We're working on that. We're working. The Gare Bear and I are working on that
Yeah.
together. That's something.
Thank the Lord for therapy.
Yes, yeah. Thank the Lord for therapy. That's the truth. Yeah, but I'm getting a little bit better about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the sad thing is that sometimes people will. I was talking about this in the gym yesterday with one of the guys that works there. He's a really awesome guy as well. But we were talking about how sometimes people will confuse kindness for weakness
Mm-hmm.
and how they're completely different,
Yeah.
and how you
And
have to
that's why
bring
they
out,
say nice guys finish last.
unfortunately,
It's
yeah,
like, it's
yeah,
like that,
yeah,
you know?
that's pretty spot on.
Like because people will like look down on it if you're
Absolutely.
like a kind, good person.
Yeah. There
But
is
yeah.
a part of like with on the guy world, like where you almost have to be a little bit of a dick,
Mm-hmm.
you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Like it sounds
Yeah.
stupid, but you almost kind of have to be.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. And
So
I bet, and I can only speak towards it may be the same in the ladies' world. You know what I mean? As far as that goes and all that. I don't know.
I don't know. You're
Yeah.
the dude.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. I can only speak for dudes, but and I wouldn't even want to speak for all of us. There may be other guys who feel differently, but that's okay. And that's okay.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, to go back to the Hot Pocket Bonanza or extravaganza. That's the way I'm like.
Bonanza?
Bonanza. It's
What's a bonanza?
a finanza is where you have a bunch of fans who get together who want to be specifically fanning about something in specific, and they call it an extravaganza, and you put it together. It's a finanza.
Bonanza. I want a bonanza.
We should. We'll
Yeah.
throw a finanza.
Yeah.
Maybe
Hot
if
pockets.
Hot Pockets.
Is that a wait?
That's their old thing.
It is?
Yeah, like that was their,
Oh.
and then like Jim Gaffigan is a hilarious comedian.
Yeah, I love him.
He does a lot of jokes about Hot Pockets,
Oh,
and he'll do that. He does it Hot Pockets like in his thing
okay.
all the time. Yeah.
Perfect.
So look that up because it's great.
This episode sponsored by.
Hot Pocket.
Well, that's cool. So you
Yeah.
had Hot Pockets on New
Yeah, it was
Year's and
great.
candy.
And we did cider because
Yeah.
I grew up Mormon, and you have to do the sparkling cider.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I was like,
The
just like hot
Martinellis.
cider. Okay. Yeah. I was like, that's for Christmas time.
Yeah.
You cannot have it any other
No
time.
other time.
No.
That's it.
Uh,
That's so funny.
okay. We did sparkling cider also.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
'Cause
I had a
you-
leftover from Christmas.
What's that?
I had a leftover from Christmas.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me about yours.
Well, did you have anything else?
I mean,
Did you
no,
watch
we
a
just,
movie?
I mean, yeah, we watched tons of movies
Yeah.
and laughed and made jokes and wrestled,
Mhm.
because it's what we do. You get to that
Like
age.
Floor
No, I mean, wherever we ended up, yeah. Like,
just burst out into
it does,
wrestling, or
yeah.
do you like converse about it for a while,
No,
then
no,
make the decision
we're
together?
we're just two idiot guys, and and it'll be like, I kid you not, like I love my son so much. Like we'll be sitting there and I'll just like we'll be saying nothing, and I'll like he'll be on his phone or like TV will be going. All right, we'll just be hanging
Yeah.
out, and I'll look over and I'll go, "Hey, I love you," and he'll look me and he'll look up, and then when he's looking up, I'll be flipping him off.
Yeah.
And he's like, "What?" And then he'll jump on me and we start
Yeah.
wrestling, and it's just something like,
Oh, that's
or like I
cute.
just poke him,
Yeah.
or vice versa,
Right, right.
We've got this thing we do where we boop each other's nose,
Yeah.
like you walk up and just a boop,
Yeah.
and then but you're not supposed to let the other person boop him. So then that will
Mhm.
start wrestling as well.
Yeah.
And it's just, they're 16
Yeah.
and
Well, that's great.
full of testosterone and ready to wrestle. So, and I'm
Okay.
not going to back down. Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, who's stronger? You?
Oh, still me.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
He's taller. I will give him, he's got me on height,
Okay.
but he doesn't have me on strength by far.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
he hasn't even seen 50% of me yet.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
I don't know what that means.
Like 50. I've only showed him
Oh.
like of my total strength.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Cause
I
like,
was like,
I want him to
what
feel
about
like
if you're in a bathing suit or something?
No, I wouldn't be
Like-
wrestling my son in a bathing suit first off.
No,
Like,
I
what kind
mean,
of
that's what I thought you meant. It's only
no? Where did this go?
I've probably seen.
No,
Actually, I don't think I've seen 50% of you.
well, the triathlon in Corvallis, I was in bathing suits
Oh,
for that.
yeah.
Yeah, because
that's
we didn't have
right.
our triathlon
Yeah.
suits yet. So
I
next
get
time
that
we'll
was
have
the
that.
only time.
That's the only time.
Whoa.
But that would be it because we had because we had to swim.
So
But
he
no,
hasn't
like
seen 50%
no,
of your
he's like,
strength.
yeah, my strength. No, I mean
Okay,
like we've changed
got you,
around
got
each other.
you.
I mean, but no, he's yeah, you got to make him feel strong still. I want him to like if I just annihilate him each time, he's not going to keep wrestling me,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
I got to
yeah,
make him feel like it's like
for
how
sure.
have you ever heard about how like animals like specifically like lions or tigers or like cats will teach their animals how to like pounce? right?
I didn't
So
know. It's
they
I thought
do.
it came natural.
So it does, but doesn't,
Lee.
right? So they teach them how to pounce. And then there'll be moments where the baby tigers or like lions or whatever, right? Will
Yeah.
go, and this is like across the board as far as felines and cats.
Okay.
Like they'll go and try to attack their like surprise and attack their mom or dad.
Uh-huh.
And they purposely act surprised, even though they aren't, to keep encouraging them to
Oh,
keep doing it and to keep going, right? So it's like the same
wow.
thing.
Okay.
Like there are times like where he starts talking crap, and then I'm like, okay, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I show him still who's dad. Like he
Yeah.
was like wrestling on me the other day, and he was like, oh, whatever, and he was like on top, and he's like, I
Uh-huh.
got you, and I'm like, okay, bud, and I just stood up with him, and he's like suspended in the air
Yeah.
as I'm holding him, and he's like, okay, and I'm like, all right, I set him down. Yeah,
Yeah.
and so
Yeah.
I'm definitely like, I still have the
That's
strength
good.
on him, but I want to get him into the gym. I think that's the thing. As soon as he starts working out, muscle is going to take to his body like crazy,
Mm-hmm.
like for a lot of reasons. One, our bodies just do that.
Yeah.
We are very naturally inclined like that, thankfully. But two, he's also at that age where his body's just building.
Right.
Like when kids work out at this age, it just naturally their
Yeah.
bodies are building. They're full of all kinds of like just all kinds of just chemicals
Mm-hmm.
and things that are going on right during the building process. So but yeah, but
Cool.
that was it. That was our time. Yeah, just
Awesome.
naturally, normal.
Yeah. For us, okay, this was like the first New Year's probably in 20 years that
Yeah,
I wasn't getting dressed up and like going out,
yeah,
like, to a party or, a club or something, because the
absolutely.
kids have never been able to stay up
Right.
past like 10 p.m. And so the only time they've been up late is if we're in the airport or something. So usually I'm like, okay, let's go do something fun. And I'm an extrovert, so I like
Yeah.
that. But this year, the two little boy or two sons, I can't talk words. Uh, we're like, yeah, we want to try. We wanted to try.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, cool. We're having a night in. And I have great memories of my parents, like we stayed up and then we had sparkling
Mhm.
cider and played games. They always did a great job with us.
That's awesome.
And so I'm like, all right, now we're gonna start making memories for
Yeah.
my kids. And so I went into our birthday party supplies and I got like anything that was a party related but not birthday related.
Perfect.
So yeah, so
Yeah.
like little things for the table and like little streamers, and I got out the sparkling cider and games. And so we all played a game. What did we play? Oh, we played Yahtzee.
Nice. I love
Yeah.
Yahtzee.
And so we played Yahtzee for a while, and then we're like, okay, let's start a movie. And we
Perfect.
watched a movie called Genie with Melissa McCarthy.
Okay.
It's
Was it good?
yeah, it's fine. Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty funny. She's very funny.
I like
So
Melissa.
it's kind of like if she's in it, it's funny.
Right.
And so we watched that, and then we watched something else that I don't remember.
Hmm.
And then we turned on the New York
Oh, the ball
ball
drop.
drop
Yeah.
thing. And so, yeah, it was great. All three of them stayed up till midnight. Aspen was
That's
at her
awesome.
mom's this year.
Okay.
So we just like called her the next morning and Happy New Year. But
Yeah.
anyways, yeah, it was super great. I hope
That's cool.
it was a good memory for the kids. I think it was. They all had fun and there was minimal fighting.
That was my next question. Yeah. Like keeping him
Yeah.
up that late, like with
Yeah.
how many? 'Cause I only have the one, right?
Hmm.
So he doesn't have anybody else other than me to bicker
Right.
with. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
So they usually bicker, fight. It's hard to get them all to go watch a movie with us. It's hard to get
mhm.
them all to play a game. But they went with it because we're like, come on, like this is a different kind of night. This is New
Yeah.
Year's Eve,
It's a
and
whole event.
so yeah, so it was really fun.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's
Mm-hmm.
awesome.
Yep.
Uh,
So.
That's super cool. That sounds like
Mm-hmm.
a great night. I think
Mm-hmm.
those can be really good nights. Like I think it's funny how sometimes, and I know I do this, and you guys can tell me, what you think as well, but I think a lot of us we hype things up like they have to be so much,
Mm-hmm.
when really simple can be best.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Totally.
yeah. Um,
Right.
I always call my
Oh, we had
so
ice cream. I eat
oh
ice cream like twice a year because
yeah,
I
that's
don't
not a big deal.
really.
You don't
I
like ice
never
cream.
like crave it. If
Hmm.
I'm eating it, it's fine, but
Right.
I don't like. But we had ice cream.
See, I crave
I
it.
had ice cream.
That's insane. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Starting off the new year.
Mm-hmm.
New
Yeah.
stuff, craziness,
Yeah.
ice cream nights. It's my dad's birthday on January 1st, so we always call him too.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Funny enough, I always make sure to call him. The one time I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
One time, he had just gotten married, and he even
Mm-hmm.
bragged to his new wife about how I call him every year.
Oh no.
and then I didn't call him that night.
Oh my gosh. Did
Yeah, I
you
called
think
him
of
the
it
next
the next
day.
day?
Yeah,
Okay,
no, of
yeah.
course, but like to me, he's getting older. Like it was like I had rationale behind it. It's not like
Yeah.
I just forgot, to be clear, right?
Uh-huh.
Like did it all the time, and I was like, well, he's getting a little older. Like maybe I shouldn't bother him. You know what I mean? He'll
Yeah.
probably be sleeping. I'll
Yeah.
call him tomorrow morning.
Hey, like you'll be fine.
Yeah,
Well,
but
and birthdays don't mean the same for everyone. Like
right,
if someone forgot my birthday, it would be like not I would never like take it personally if someone didn't
right.
call me on my birthday.
Well, and it's
Like
like the beginning of
it,
his birthday. It's at 12
yeah,
o'clock, like right when his birthday
right.
starts. And I
Yeah.
used to do it to be annoying, if we're
Yeah.
being honest. Like I've done it ever like my whole life.
Yeah.
No matter where I was at from like 18 on, like I would always call him up,
Mhm.
and leave him, he'd answer, and I'd just
Right.
scream it. Even if I had a whole party, like if
Yeah.
I would have everybody sing him happy birthday into the phone.
Yeah.
Like, and so older me
Yeah.
was just like, I don't have to mess with him anymore. But now, like, it's funny how he's come to like
Uh-huh.
look forward to it. You know what I
Aw,
mean?
that's
Yeah.
cute. I did this 2 years ago. So
Okay.
2 years ago, I started therapy. I started
Woohoo.
a lot of stuff. I started medication,
Yeah.
and it was just like really difficult because you're digging up a whole bunch of things and
Working on
like
stuff's
life's
hard.
just like so every day I started in March and my mom's birthday's in April
Okay.
and so is Shakel's.
Yeah.
So that year I missed both of them. I
Mhm.
felt so bad, but my mom did. And my mom was like your dad, but
Yeah.
Shakel was like, I totally get it because she's been through those times.
Right.
But one day in April, my dad called me, and my dad never calls. He when he calls, it's for a kind of a big deal reason.
Yeah. Like if he's calling, something's
Yeah,
up.
he's just not that type that
Yeah.
just calls to chit chat, and that's totally fine. Like whatever. So my dad called me, and I'm like, "Oh no! Like, did someone die? Like, what's?" And he's like, "Jordy," they call me Jordy,
Yeah.
and he's like, "I just." He was trying really hard to like say it, and it was hard for him. And then he's like, "Are you mad at mom?" And I'm like, "Am I mad at her? No, I haven't even talked to her in a while." And he
Yeah.
goes, she's just like heartbroken and just so bothered because she thinks you're mad at her. And I'm
You
like,
probably got
what? Like maybe when I was a teenager, got mad at her, but
right. You're
not
like, are
like
we
as
like
an
digging stuff
adult.
up? Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not mad at her. And he's like, or I'm like, why? And he's
Right.
like, you didn't call her on her birthday,
Dun,
and
dun,
it has
dun.
really bothered her. I'm like, oh my gosh, I missed her birthday. It was like,
Yeah.
this is 2 weeks later. My mom
Right.
went for 2 weeks,
Thinking the whole time.
like with her feelings hurt and
Yeah.
thinking I was mad at her. I'm like, oh no. And so I called her immediately with the kids.
Of course.
And I was just like, I'm so sorry, like, all this stuff.
Yeah, it
And
just
she
happened.
was like, okay, like she was nice about it, but
Mhm.
I think she didn't want it. And my dad's like, don't tell her I called you. Because then she would feel like I was doing it out of
Yeah.
obligation.
No,
And I
absolutely.
just called her. I was like, I am so sorry, mom.
Right.
But anyways,
Yeah, because
so
it
I
sounded
did
like
that
you
one
meant
time
to.
too. And I'm always so on top of it. I've
Right.
never forgotten even my siblings. I don't like call them, but I'll like
Right.
text them happy birthday. Anyway, so
Yeah, as long as I've known, you've always been on top of it.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's so funny.
yeah. So
That's a good one.
yeah.
Yeah. So New Year's. Yep, that's all done.
Mhm.
And then wrapping up. I know we've got our tattoo coming up on one of our next
Yeah.
episodes. You guys
That's
are gonna
right.
get to hear that.
Yeah, on the
We'll be-
13th.
Yeah, that's right.
So a couple weeks away.
Are we filming there or here?
I think there.
Okay.
I don't know.
Because
I
you
didn't
set it up.
ask
I
her.
didn't.
I know.
I haven't been part of this.
I gave no details. I was going to ask your opinion.
Okay. all right.
Yeah, we could do another live.
Yeah.
Even.
No, absolutely.
Or something.
Well, and most of our stuff is portable as long as I
Yeah.
have enough for like a time.
Yeah.
To be able
Yeah.
to do it. It shouldn't
Yeah.
be an issue. And then we've got our marathon, half marathon.
Yeah.
To be exact.
The 18th or 19th. That
19th.
weekend. 19th.
Yeah.
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 Actually, Mike says he's going to do it
Really?
with us.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Good. Did
I
you get
mean-
signed up yet?
No, he says since it's like in Turner or whatever, he's like, I don't think it will be a big deal. So I don't know. I didn't look
Okay.
into that.
I don't know.
if
I don't know
think
either.
it's like Ironman where there's like limited seats.
I don't know.
Spots.
Right. I
Yeah.
mean,
But I don't know.
so like I would think so as well.
yeah.
But I also know that I've thought that about things before and been wrong.
I
So,
know.
but I
yeah.
don't. But it doesn't seem like it's a huge
Like it's local. It's
Right.
not
I
like
would
a
assume you could do it as
national.
well. I don't. The only thing I could see is if they're just not taking signups day of. I don't know how any of the stuff
Right.
works though. Do
Yeah.
they do that?
I
This
don't
is our
know.
first half marathon.
That's on him.
Right. Well, that's the thing. Like, oh, I wonder. People are live now.
I
Read the comments.
know.
Should tell us if you can do half marathon
I
same day of because I don't know how that
know.
stuff.
Yeah.
That's what I'm excited. Is this will be our first literal. At
Yeah.
least I know you haven't ran
Because
one
we
officially,
have
right?
I've never done a half
I
marathon
haven't either.
unless it was at the tail end of Ironman.
Right. Right.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
The other day I ran 7 miles. I ran 6.5 miles
good job.
recently.
That's awesome.
So I just did it. Like I had a few meetings cancel in the
Yeah.
middle of work, and I told Mike, and I was only gonna do like 3 miles.
Yeah.
And I was like, I might as well just see how it feels to do
Mhm.
7
How
or
did it feel?
6.5. What? Fine. I was on hills.
You're 6.5 miles.
Because I wanted to do half of a half marathon. So I did a quarter
You did
marathon.
a quarter
But it was
marathon.
like such steep hills.
Yeah.
It was like a couple loops in west that have steep hill, and then down to the bottom of Eola, and then back up, which is like one of those slow
That
burns.
adds so much. That slow
Yeah.
burn.
So,
I ran that
anyways,
hill. That's a hard one.
yeah.
Well, that's cool. I'm excited.
Yeah.
I think
So
it'll be awesome.
we should probably run a half pretty soon just to like practice
Yeah.
together.
I know I need to. The most I've ran recently was the
But we don't
5.
want to run a half too close to the day.
Right.
Yeah. So.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited. I'm gonna go run tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Just treadmill.
Awesome.
Nothing crazy.
Right. It
Yeah.
works.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
excited. That's good.
Yeah.
Then what else were we gonna talk about?
Yeah.
Um,
There was. Yeah. What was it? We talked about it.
yeah. I know we had
I can't remember.
there were all kinds of
Dang it.
like different little questions and things like that
Oh,
we
yeah.
always kind of talked about.
Okay.
Like I know one of them I don't know if we had any like prepped or anything like that.
Okay.
But like
Bring it on.
well like let's see. Like what would be one thing you would do if you won the lottery?
Oh, yes. One thing though? I guess just one thing.
No, you can do it. No. That's not
Okay.
one.
Like
What would you buy if you won the lottery?
buy,
Yes.
I would buy houses for myself, my
Mhm.
parents, you, Shaquille, like my close circle. I'd buy houses
Yeah.
and
Good investments.
investment properties for Mike and I.
That's smart.
So that's what I would buy. Because then when you get like revenue from the rental properties, then I can buy more stuff instead of
That's
using the
really
lottery
smart.
money.
Okay.
Yeah. How about you? Oh, I would buy a Lamborghini too, though.
Yeah, I was waiting for that.
Okay.
You gotta buy the fun things.
Yeah.
I would invest all my money into a scientist to build a time machine.
Mm,
And then
yeah. Time machine.
I would go back and find the first donut maker and try one of the first donuts ever made.
Oh, and then you could have them remake it after you.
Yeah. We call it
Yes.
yeah. What would we call the donut? See? Yeah. Right. You call it no, it's like the first thing that comes up is Oli nut. That doesn't
That's what I thought too. and I
that
was
see,
like, I'm
okay,
not
right?
gonna say
Yeah,
that.
no, I'll say it. That's
Okay.
not gonna be no
Doe
Let's try to eat that.
Doleizer.
Dolheiser.
That's horrible.
That
It
is
sounds
so
like a
good.
beer
I'll just,
or something.
you know what? We'll just
And-
leave it.
oh,
We'll just leave I
okay.
was like the donut.
Dang
That's
it.
great.
Man,
But
that would have
maybe
been cool.
a specific like so I do
Dolly.
have the Dolly.
That also sounds not great.
There is a sausage that I've coined out whenever I do the Mount Angel Sausage Company,
Yeah.
and I call it the Oli. And what it's you get the bratwurst
Yeah.
and you put mayonnaise on it
Okay.
with a curry sauce
Okay.
and then some curly fries across the top. Perfect.
Is it in a bun?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's
Okay.
delicious.
That'd be weird,
Yeah.
but I would try it.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Because it's like a sweet curry sauce. So with the
Yeah.
mayonnaise and everything. I mean, it's very, very savory. I mean,
Okay.
it's tons of calories. right,
Yeah.
obviously.
Do
but-
you know that savory isn't synonymous with lots of calories? Just checking.
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
So
But
it's
it's not like a sweet, right?
Yeah,
So savory would be
yeah.
on the other side.
right. Yes.
Right.
Yes. Yes. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, no, because you're right. You could be savory and not have a lot of calories per se.
But it tastes better if it does.
Usually. I mean, come on. Yeah. They're like calorie free. I'm like, oh, so taste free too? Cool.
Yeah.
No.
Yep.
No. I
Okay.
mean,
Oh, what would you do? Oh, wait.
the
The
time
time
machine.
machine
Yeah,
and go
absolutely.
back for a donut. Would you go back for
Which,
anything else?
so here's the thing. I wouldn't honestly want to mess with time too much. If anything,
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind being like an observer and just
Okay.
seeing
Just
moments.
like, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like even just from afar. Like how cool would it be to go back and see some of the like most famous painters like put their first brush strokes on some of
Mm-hmm.
the most famous paintings
Yeah.
and
You
stuff
could
like
see
that.
how crazy Picasso was.
Right. You know what I
Like,
mean? And
yeah.
not even talk to him necessarily.
Yeah.
Just be
Just
around.
like be a creepy guy looking through his window or
Perfect.
what?
That's exactly. I'm just gonna be like, hi
You'd probably
Picasso.
get like arrested and then
No.
you would be changing
Well,
time.
that's what you just go and hang out at like the local bar or
Yeah.
whatever is like that space. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where people to get together at that time
Yeah.
and just be around because these people are probably fanatics. I mean, like, I guess like you would to watch them. Yeah, I guess if I am going to watch him paint his first stroke, I may have to be
Mhm.
looking through a window creepily.
Yeah,
But like, I mean,
for
it's
sure.
history at that point. Like, is it really?
Yeah.
It's not like I'm going to be like
Ye
some weird, you know what I mean? Like I'm going back. I'm finding the first bathhouses ever.
There are old
Oh
ones.
yeah, it's one of the oldest
Yeah,
professions. Yeah, I mean,
yeah. When we
so
went to Germany, they had those. And they had like
mhm,
ones that are filled with beer. I didn't go into any of them. I did a different tour, but like a
yeah,
lot of our friends were like in there.
yeah.
So, did I ever tell you I went to Brighton Bush and everyone didn't have clothes on? Did I
Oh
ever
yeah.
tell you this? Oh,
Well,
okay.
no, I mean, I don't think you did, but I mean, I know about Bridenbush. Yeah,
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 yeah. So I went there with some ladies and like I've heard that clothing is optional
yeah.
but I always just thought maybe one or two people
Right.
and like we get there and it's everybody. Like I was the
Mhm.
only well, myself and the ladies I was with were the only ones in bathing suits.
Yeah.
And the people talk to you and I wasn't like ready, I guess.
Yeah.
And like I was like, "Oh my gosh, it was just wild."
So it's an experience.
I'm like,
Yeah, I
I
know.
don't like, why are you talking to me?
Yeah. No, with everything just out.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I get
Anyways,
that.
yeah. So I
Yeah.
assume bathhouses were slash are the same way.
I guess so.
I
Well,
don't
like I think
know.
I mean, I know they were well,
I'm
bathhouses weren't only just bathhouses. They were like prostitute places too.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I mean, I assume
Oh,
people yeah, that's kind of part of it. Yeah, so you go to
not
hook up.
cool.
Yeah. No, I mean,
Unless I wanted to, I
I'll
guess.
say yeah, as long as everybody's doing it on their own volition,
Yeah.
I'm cool with it. Make
Yeah,
your
that's
money
true. That's true.
100%. As long as you're just not being forced. That's my thing. That's
Oh,
obviously,
yeah,
yeah.
of course.
Um,
So you'd find a bathhouse, you would find a donut. When were
no, I
donuts
wouldn't find a
invented?
that's what I'm saying.
Oh, I thought you said you wanted to go to the first
No,
bathhouse.
no, I was saying like I think it'd be cool to watch like a creator. Like I'm into creation. I
Yeah.
love creation, right? So like as an artist, like I would love to see a painter create their like that painted like to
Right.
watch somebody paint Mona Lisa or see Mona Lisa in real life and be
Yeah.
like be able to do the comparison. That would
Yeah.
be awesome, right?
Yeah.
So that's I was saying I'd want to go back and do that. And so like where I may be like kind of a stalker because I'm stalking like a
Yeah.
painter.
Yeah.
I was saying I would rather do that than like go stalk like something creepy like a bathhouse or go, you know what I mean? Like
Okay,
go be
you
like,
want
no,
to.
no, no. Yeah, I'm not trying to use it to go
To.
like go creep on women or anything. No. Like I'd want to go watch like I'd go want to see like go back and watch like one of William Shakespeare's plays,
Yeah,
you know,
that'd be cool.
firsthand. That you
Mhm.
see what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
that would be amazing. Like it's Doctor Who stuff. Because like that's kind of like but
Yeah.
he was more like he actually got involved. But
Right.
anyways,
Would you change anything in history?
I don't think I would.
Yeah.
Because yeah, well you have the whole so like that's a hard question, right?
I
Because you have like
know.
there's tons of atrocities and horrible things that have happened throughout history,
Mhm.
100%, right?
Right.
But I know that I am 100% of who I am because of everything that's
Yeah.
happened to me,
Right.
good and
Which
bad.
has for years back.
Right. So I don't know if I would change anything because
Because you
certain
could
events
also
have to happen.
change positive
Right.
things. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm.
Sometimes we need to know the bad to know the good,
Yeah.
right? Like
Yeah.
you like I know that negative things in my life have pushed me to be more of a positive person and do
Mhm.
positive things in my life and
Yeah,
change
same.
things. Right. So
Mhm.
I don't know if I would like, wow, I'm not proud of everything that's gone on in my life, right? You
Yeah.
know, like I know that I am the man I am because of everything that's
Mhm.
happened, right?
Yeah.
So that's where I don't know if I'd want to change anything because you don't know how it would
Mhm.
affect, like you said, it could take away very positive things.
Yeah.
Like what if I go through and I kill out Hitler for saying, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, I
Yeah.
think that's one everybody would be like, yeah, take out Hitler.
Yeah.
So say that I go in and I assassinate Hitler one night in the middle of his
Uh-huh.
sleep, and
Because you're
then
creepy and you're looking in his
that's
window.
I'm that guy. Just like what's it? So everybody's got their thing. Don't judge me. But I'm just joking. So,
Uh,
but you're like, what?
ooh,
Ugh.
ooh.
So, but you know,
Why are you
I
looking in
sleep.
Hitler's window?
Well, I'm curious. What does Hitler do at night? You know, I'm
Yeah.
like, I mean,
He's
what caused
plotting.
all this anger is what I'm trying to get at. You
I
know,
think he was just psycho in his brain.
well, yeah, I mean, there has to be a little
I
bit
feel
off to
bad for
do
his
something like
mom
that.
though.
Well, yeah, who wants to be the parents of somebody like that? Like,
Yeah.
that's got to be
Unless
horrible.
maybe his parents messed him up. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't
It's
know.
I'm sure it's
I
written
mean, I'm
somewhere.
sure like that's the hard thing to admit as
Yeah.
like being a parent. I'm sure their parents did something because parents inevitably are gonna like we're doing them to our
Mhm.
kids. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Whether we mean to
Yeah.
or not, right?
Right.
Like life just through whether we meant to or they're even realizing the situation is actually the situation, right?
Yeah.
Because like the eyes of the beholder always change things too.
Yeah.
They're-
Sorry,
no,
there's something in my eye.
I know. I the beholder. You're like, ah, man.
Oh my god.
That was a magic trick, actually. It was
Ah!
no, but
Wow, rude.
yeah. But yeah, like
Yeah.
I know, like I'm sure Lyle talks to his therapist about things I've done. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Not that I do anything on purpose to like, you
Right.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, I'm
We're
sure
humans gonna human. We
exactly.
just are.
Yeah.
Yeah, like serial killers, like a lot of the time the parents kind of turned them into that, like
Yeah.
from abuse. And
Yeah.
sometimes not though.
Right.
Like sometimes it's just pure like genes and chemicals in their brain or actually I just got a book from this guy.
Hmm.
I was watching his interviews on TikTok. It was
Okay.
very interesting.
Yeah.
I'll send you some.
I want
But
to see.
he's a brain surgeon, but he does a lot of brain scans of people that have problems, have
Oh
done horrible
wow.
things,
Oh,
serial
that's cool to see if
killers.
there's like a correlation.
Yeah,
Okay.
so like he has found like for instance, he was talking to a guy that was a boxer for a long time.
Hmm.
So he's sending and the guy was a survivor of jumping off the Golden State Bridge to kill himself.
Wow.
I know. And so but he stayed alive
Right.
and so now here he is, later, and he had his brain scan done by this guy. He's Dr. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's looks like the word amen, but it might
Okay.
be amen or something.
Right.
Anyways, and this guy had a trauma in a certain part of his brain, probably from boxing,
Hmm.
and it like indented. And so it was missing part of just the function of the brain.
Wow.
And so, and then he does this for all these different, so like there are some that are like they've killed someone
Yeah.
because they just had zero impulse or zero impulse control and like
Right.
ability to like think of consequences.
Hmm.
And there are certain parts of the frontal lobe that have to do with that. So if physical trauma has happened,
Hmm.
then part of your brain is essentially dead.
Right.
And then so a lot of
That's
times
crazy.
that has to do with like full on evil people
I believe that. Yeah, there
or
just
like
in certain
people that
parts.
made bad choices
Hmm.
or are
And I think,
like the poor guy that jumped off the bridge, like poor guy, like,
yeah, he was
but
obviously
he
feeling
had a
pretty low and
brain
whatnot.
injury from that. And so anyways,
Right.
yeah, it's very interesting. But
That's cool.
the book he wrote is identifying like when you're hung up on like bad habits or
Okay.
anxiety or depression, like what part of the brain possibly is contributing to that and how can you retrain it and try to rebuild your neurological structure that's damaged.
That's really smart.
I know. I thought so
Yeah,
interesting. So I
I
ordered
like
it.
that.
I need to, because I'm mildly psycho. I have not hurt
Aren't we
anyone though.
all a little bit? I mean, aren't we all just a little off? I think the fun ones are.
Yeah,
I mean, other people are boring.
exactly. You gotta have just the right amount of crazy, but not
Just
too
the right
much.
amount. Yeah,
Like
that's
10%, maybe 20.
that's what we're working on right
Yeah.
now. I got to find the right amount of. That's what
Hmm.
Gary's. I'm attracted to girls that are
They're like 90%.
90%.
Yeah.
Not that every
Not
girl
all
I've
of
dated.
them.
Yeah,
I have
because I don't
really
want to.
loved some of the
No,
girls
I've
you've
dated great
dated.
people that I'm
Yeah.
still friends with.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's just to be clear. Not
Yeah,
all the
yeah,
girls
yeah.
I've dated are crazy. That's
Yeah.
not what I'm saying.
I'm still friends with a few of them, and
Yeah,
it's cool that like you're cool with that, and they're cool with
absolutely.
that.
Well, that's the thing. I'm a firm believer and we just may not be right for each other.
Yeah, for
And that's
sure.
okay.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that like they're a horrible person or I am. It just
Yeah.
means that maybe we
You
weren't right.
probably are.
I
I'm just
mean,
kidding.
generally, yeah. No.
You've learned from mistakes you made because we talk about it,
Right. No,
you
absolutely.
know?
Well,
Yeah.
and that's the thing. I think that's part of what that comes down to, right?
Mhm.
Everybody's different. So you just have to find the mold that you fit in.
Right.
Because like, yeah, there's things that some people are cool with and some things that aren't other people aren't. You have to find the
Yeah.
ones that like you're okay with. Like yeah, like I don't go to church every day, but I wouldn't mind being with somebody who did.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Or anything like that.
Every day.
Well,
That's a
that's a
lot.
bit much. Every Sunday is what I meant to say.
Okay.
But like but
Yeah.
I know some people would want somebody that specifically wants that as well.
Right.
And I'm just throwing that out as an example, right?
Yeah.
But I'm just saying that like you just find somebody that works within that. But I definitely have had some. And I think everybody's kind of if you've dated,
Mhm.
I think everybody has that story. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
everybody's got a story.
Yeah.
Like everybody has dated somebody where you're like, "Oh my God." Or even
Yeah.
maybe where you were the
Which
"Oh
I
my God"
shared about
person.
that guy that was in the police academy.
Yeah.
Do you remember where he like lied to me the whole
Mhm.
time about
Yeah, and
having that
called you and texted.
imaginary
I thought
girl?
about that. That's crazy.
I
Like, that's
know.
crazy to
It's such
me.
a mind.
Yeah. Because like
Yeah.
I've had girls do that
Twister.
too and be like, "Oh, well, this one guy's hitting me up and he's gonna take me here." And I'm like, "Cool, have fun."
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Like, yeah,
Yeah.
like
Right. I haven't
do it.
really dated very much though because I got
Yeah.
married so early and then married Mike.
Yeah.
So, which I'm fine with that.
No, you
Like,
got lucky. You got out. That's the whole
the
goal.
few years that I did was just like horrible.
No, it's
Yeah.
not much better anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I think a lot of people say that. That's not just me saying, but like, yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's just I think it's hard anytime. Like you're going through
Oh, pick
yeah.
me.
Yes. You with the hand in the back?
So February,
Yes.
I'm like co-hosting with my friend Allie, Pitch a Friend event.
Mhm. Mhm.
And I'm really excited about it.
It's gonna be pretty
I
awesome.
do want people to show up for that. I
Yeah,
think
you
it's going
guys
to be
should.
really popular. But I get to pitch you.
That's oh, I forgot
And
about that.
so
That's right.
I'm going to make a 4-slide slideshow
I
presentation.
literally just remembered that.
I know. I'm very excited about it.
That's
And so I get to talk about you, your
yeah.
pros, your cons,
Mhm.
your the whatever. I don't know. I
Yeah.
haven't written it yet, but
It's gonna be awesome.
it should be good. And you might find somebody there,
We'll see.
your other half.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not so desperate. I don't want to make it
Yeah.
sound like I'm just out there like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
And they
more so
obviously have to have my blessing.
right.
Right.
Well, yeah, that's the thing.
Because I need to be friends with them.
Yes, absolutely. There needs to be some type of understanding there. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is funny
Hmm.
because that's like people are funny
I would
like
be
with that.
so mad at you if they couldn't be my friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's understandable.
Yeah.
Well, and I think I get that. Like, I think that's like,
Not to be controlling.
no, but that's the funny thing is that like, I think that people, whether they're same sex friends or not, are like that. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? That's a pretty
Everybody
common thing with
wants
friends. Like,
everybody to support. Yeah.
right. No friend wants their friend to date somebody that's not going to like them.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Should I like print out little girlfriend applications? And be like, I have these, and then just like pass them out to all the
I
all
mean,
the
I don't know
girls.
how serious I was going to take that now, to be
No,
honest
I'm
with
serious.
you.
I will.
No, I know you will.
I mean, if anything, it's funny, but it
It
would
is.
be awesome
I
if
think,
we got some
well, so that's what I
applications.
think. If anything, it's funny,
Yeah.
right? I
Yeah.
think it's funny.
Yeah.
Like, so
Yes.
I'm down. I'm always down
Okay.
for funny. You know me.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Perfect.
100%.
Yeah.
I think doing things just for the laugh is definitely always worth it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I sent you
Awesome.
that video the other day of me and the book and everything. Yeah,
You
because to me,
need
I
to
think it's
make
hilarious.
you do need to make like something out of that
Yeah, with
because
that
it is very
character.
funny. And yes,
Yeah,
you should make a name for that
yeah, he's
character.
a character.
Oh yeah,
So
like what would be a good
like
name?
Reginald or something.
Oh,
'Cause I feel like he's
yeah,
that type of,
yeah.
or would that be too spot on the nose? Like maybe it needs to be something like I don't know
I
that you
don't
would
know if
expect.
is that a term? Spot
What?
on the
Nope,
nose?
definitely isn't. Definitely isn't.
Wait, what? That's a
On the spot or on the
no
nose?
on the
Like
nose.
yeah,
I
you
don't
hit it.
know.
No, I think on the nose is or
Okay,
on the
you.
spot. I don't know. Now I'm like I gotta look this up. It's probably not though. We know me. I don't know.
There's something to it. There's something
Yeah,
similar. You hit
on the
you
nose. Like you hit it on
you
the nose.
nose.
On the nose meaning. Let's see. Regular talk about
Yeah.
make a lot of noise.
What do you
No,
you hit
Google
the
changed it.
what did you say? Hit the nose? Hit the
Yeah,
spot on
I
the
said is
uh,
yeah.
that's the yeah, there's something similar.
Oh, so yeah. So when you say on the nose, it's
On the nose.
to a person's sense of smell or
Okay.
precisely.
Precise.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
It,
At
that's right
10
on the
on
nose.
at 10 on the nose, the van pulled up
Okay.
is the
Yeah.
example they give.
Yeah.
So or on the spot would
Maybe
be like you put me on the spot,
yeah.
and I said on the spot,
Yeah.
and it's on the nose, I think. Or what did I say?
Oh,
I don't
I don't know.
know.
All right, you hit
But
the
yeah,
spot. No,
I hit the spot on the nose. That could be like that sounds like you're beating up a dog. The spot could be the dog.
not
You know what I mean?
cool.
Yeah, I don't know. That's not a good
Wow.
saying. Like, but anyways,
I don't know what we're talking about.
no, I don't either. Um, that's all right. Where would you go if you could time travel?
Uh,
We were talking about the
honestly, I think I would just go back to the 80s.
yeah,
Being like 18 in
1880s.
1980, probably 1980 itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Like, and to watch like the music happen.
Yeah.
Because I'm obsessed. And like you go too far back and it's kind of like gross living
Mhm.
conditions.
Yeah.
I would maybe want to do like the Roman Empire
Yeah.
or whatever, but it would suck if you're not like an actual like high ranking Roman. It would
Yeah.
suck for everyone else. So
Everyone else.
I do want to say like I'd be like a wife of a like high ranking like
So
military
you're gonna spend some
official.
time.
Like I do want the bathhouses because they had
Yeah.
those.
All
I'm here
right.
for it.
Yeah.
And like the outfits, the dresses,
Yes.
like yeah.
I get that. Like
Mhm.
I've wanted to like when I had my curls, I was
Yeah.
dying to go to like a Roman theme party because I was like I would totally fit in right
Yeah.
now with the curls and
Mhm.
everything.
Yeah,
Um,
for sure. So
that's cool.
I would do that, but the 80s I would just like
Awesome.
immediately do. And I
And
was born in 88, but I
80s would be a
couldn't
great time.
enjoy anything.
We were talking about the February event. It just came back to me now.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes. Yes, we were.
but that will be fun.
Yeah.
There'll be more information about that coming out. Let
Yeah.
everybody know.
Mhm.
It's gonna be awesome. And I think, are you guys still looking for people as well to fill
I'll have
spots?
to ask
Also,
Allie. She put out a survey.
awesome.
So I think another person or two,
First,
if you
perfect.
know
So
anybody.
if you guys know anybody
But
watching live or
yeah.
here,
But it's like you can attend. Like
everybody
we
needs
actually
to
have
attend.
some really cool things planned for
Yeah.
that. So yeah.
No, it's gonna be great. I think
Mhm.
it's gonna be a good event. I think a lot of people
Yep.
show up and have a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. That's cool.
Yeah.
80s to jump back to the because this is what we do. We're gonna jump back to 80s now.
Yeah.
That would be an awesome time as well. I think specifically because a lot of technology started coming out and we started living a little bit easier. You know, like
Mhm.
could you imagine going back to ooh, um I think I would kind of hit by like 84, 85, right in the mid. So I think
Okay.
that's where like music wise and stuff like that, it'd be
Right.
prime like middle
Yeah.
80s
Like I would
time.
love to see those bands when they're like young, like hitting the
Yes,
scene.
absolutely.
I still do. There are still some in existence that I'll
Hmm.
see. Like I've
Yeah,
seen Def Leppard, REO Speedwagon,
nice.
Heart, Tesla, one called Great White, not White Snake, and a few others.
You know what I love about 80s hair bands is you can just say crazy stuff and it would be sound like a band.
Hmm.
Shark's Tooth,
Yeah.
yeah,
Hmm. Yeah.
Lightning Ride.
There's one that I've been listening to a lot called Steel Heart.
See, that's awesome, and I love it.
Lita Ford.
Lita
Okay.
Ford,
Yeah.
nice.
That was my
Yeah,
last one. She was so cool. She was like 65
that's so cool.
because she's like my parents' age, and she
Right,
was just like tattooed and like red leather,
just making it
red
happen.
leather boots, playing like a double neck electric guitar. I'm
That's
like,
awesome,
goals.
dude.
I want to be
Badass.
that when I'm
Yeah, dude, she is a
65.
badass. Just
Poor
out there
Mike.
rocking it.
Mike's gonna be like, that is my very weird leather wearing life
Oh, he'll love it.
in
He's
his old
eccentric
age.
as well. Like he'll be over there,
Oh
like on the
yeah.
side, like with his like cool little outfit. You know,
Yeah, he
he'll be like
will. He
rooting on.
will.
Yeah,
Yeah. He lets me do what I
yeah.
want.
Awesome.
Works out great for me.
Yeah, you guys have a great time. I love it.
Yeah.
That's so cool. I agree though. Like I don't want to get old. Like I know we're all gonna get old. Do you know what I mean? But like I don't ever like there was a time
Yeah.
when I first became a dad
Yeah.
and I started dressing and acting like what I thought a dad should be,
Mhm.
right? Like
Yeah.
polos, like straight dad stuff. Like
Right.
I was like an inch away from jean shorts and New Balances, is what I'm saying.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I just was not happy. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I
Yeah.
wasn't, like, but I felt like I didn't want people looking at me and being like, he's a dad. You know what I mean?
Mhm. Yeah.
And so that's what I mean when I say I never want to feel old. Like I never want to dress old. I never want to like do all the old, like I'll go play bingo
Yeah.
right now. There's certain old things I'm like, but but at the
Bingo
same time,
is awesome
that's what I'm saying.
for
I would
sure.
totally do bingo.
Mhm.
But I never want to be old. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I don't know. Like they're always gonna have things that come along with aging and stuff like that.
Mhm.
But I think like once you give up,
It's like a mindset and a
that's what,
number.
thank you.
Yeah.
Yes,
Mhm.
that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
I don't want to have the old man mindset.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of being
Yeah.
like, oh, I can't do it. Like I had a guy sit in my chair one time, and we're the same age. And he literally is like, hey, great job on the Iron Man, by the way. Like, that's awesome. Like,
Yeah.
congratulations, yada yada. I'm like, thanks,
Mhm.
man. Just trying to keep the motion. And he was like, yeah. And we start talking, and he's like talking about sports, and he's like, yeah, golf's the only thing I can do at my age, basically. And I'm like,
Oh my
we're the
gosh,
same
that's
age.
sad.
And I just did a triathlon, so obviously your age
Yeah,
isn't the, you know what I
and it
mean?
doesn't
Like,
happen overnight though. You have to like work
well, you have
at
to
it,
work at it, but
but
that's my thing is
yeah.
that like you can blame it on your age, but like we're just saying
Mhm.
that's a mindset, right? Because
Yeah.
obviously his age has nothing to do with it. We're the same age,
Yeah.
and I'm doing more than that,
Right.
right? So like
Yeah.
your age doesn't have
And
anything
like
to do
even
with
if you have an injury,
right,
there's something out
right,
there, besides golf.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's yeah, that's the thing. Like if you have an injury, if there are other reasons, physical like aspects or health
Mhm.
reasons, like completely different, of course. You
Right.
you do what you can within those ranges,
Mhm.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I feel that because, like excuses that people give me
mhm.
are like literally I could give that excuse too. Like
Yeah.
we
Oh,
have
of
4
course.
kids. We are self-employed, which is very stressful.
Mhm.
I do have mental health diagnosis.
Yeah.
There's like I have all that too,
Yeah.
and yeah. Mike's in the military. He's gone. Sometimes he was gone the whole month that we had our triathlon. So
Right.
training was
That's
really
right.
hard,
Yeah,
but it was still doable. So it's like I
absolutely.
have a month of no help with the kids, no grandparents living in the area. So it's like, and I
Right.
have been a single mom in the past. And that is kind of like being, having a month of it with no help with the kids and stuff.
Right.
But it's still
Still
doable.
do
It
it.
means you
Yeah.
take them to the park and you run circles.
Mhm.
I've done 5 miles before running, and I probably look crazy, but that way I could still
I've seen your
see the
Strava updates.
kids
Yeah.
and, there's things you can do. But yeah.
Well, and that's the truth of it. You pick like we talk about all the time, you pick your hard,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
And I agree with you. Like I have another client, I'm so proud of him. And not because everybody needs to move around like, oh, everybody, you need, but he
Woo.
was talking about it specifically because like a lot of people see my have you move post, right?
Yes.
And a lot of people, it's a movement now in itself, which is awesome. I
Hmm.
can't tell you how much, like I get texts daily from people
Uh-huh.
telling me how I've inspired them and
That's
they're
so
thankful
cool.
for seeing it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's, which is part of the only reason I still do it,
Hmm.
honestly, because like I
Yeah.
probably wouldn't do
You
it
kind of hold
anymore.
yourself publicly accountable.
Right. And it keeps me going. But then also now knowing that it's inspiring these other people and seeing
Hmm.
them on their fitness journeys. Cause
Yeah.
like one of my guys, like I've literally watched tons of people now start theirs and continue on. And they've told
Hmm.
me like from their mouth that I was the reason seeing me do it, which is
Right.
awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because mine was for me,
Hmm.
and to see them do, anyways, I'm getting off track. Point of what I'm trying to say
Yeah.
is he was a guy who always made excuses,
Hmm.
right? He was like, I would love to work out, but there's only so much time in the day, only so. And
Hmm.
I'm like, I hear you, man. I get in there around like early mornings and then I get here and I
Hmm.
work here all day and I have my son
Right.
half the week, right?
Yeah.
And then I was like, the second half is obviously easier because he's with his mom that half of the week.
Hmm.
But still being a business owner, like how many hours, not only like I have my cutting hours,
Hmm.
right? And then I have other hours beyond that. I have to do the other stuff, right? I.e.
Hmm.
make the videos, things like that,
Yeah. Yeah.
And he was like, oh, and I was like, you find TV shows to watch, right? And he's like,
Yeah.
yeah. And I'm like, well, then you have time. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
if
You
you have
gotta
time to
choose.
sit, yeah.
Yeah.
And he came to me this last Saturday and he told me, hey, I'm really excited. And I was like, why is that? And he's like, my wife and I have set aside 3 days a week,
Hmm.
2 hours each time to go and work out. and he's like, we're not gonna get
Nice.
crazy with it. And I was like, that's perfect. Just get the routine down.
That's so awesome.
That's
And you
key.
don't want to
Yeah.
go overboard right away or you'll
Right.
burn out and it
Yeah.
won't work.
So I
Yeah,
was so
that's
excited to
great.
see that. Yeah. But
Yeah.
like you said, you just have to find the
That's so
time.
cool.
Everybody's got it. You just
Yeah.
gotta find it, right?
Yeah, something powerful I heard was, Oprah and
Yes.
Tony Robbins,
Yes.
and the list could go on.
Absolutely.
They don't have more time in a day than you do.
No.
So it's how they spend it and what they, and being very intentional
With your
with
time.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And that's something that doing 75 hard has really helped me dial in my schedule and learn
Yeah.
how, because I have to make time. And if I don't make the time, then I fail. And so it's helped with that discipline,
That's awesome. That makes
finding
a
the
lot of
time to
sense.
work out. Finding the time to work out is for me by far the most difficult part.
Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I get that. Like because I have mine scheduled in, right?
Mhm.
It's the beginning at. And if I miss either one of those, finding a time to make that up is so hard.
Oh,
Right?
yeah, for
Your schedule is
sure.
insanely busier than mine. I can only imagine.
It was like really hard, and it is helpful having a partner that understands that though, like where he and I for each other were like, here's the kids and all of this, just enjoy. I got to go work out. Like
Right.
that wouldn't fly in a lot of, marriages or
Mhm.
relationships. So,
Well, I think
yeah.
it's nice that you both understand that you both need that movement.
Mhm.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
To make yourselves feel better. Because I know he requires that as well.
Yeah.
And I think it's awesome that you guys hear each other and listen to each other on
Mhm.
that fact and give each other that time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll be driving an hour today, an hour to get to this pickleball location, play for 2 or 3 hours, and then an hour back. So, I mean,
Wow.
after this, but it's like, that's what he's passionate about.
Right. And
So
he'll feel
that's what he's
fulfilled and
gonna
good.
do. And
Yeah.
yeah, so he's manning the house right now and the kids, and I'll go home and then it's my
Swap.
turn. Yeah.
Nice. So that's awesome. You guys
Mhm.
are a good team.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
goal.
You'll find one at the dating thing.
We'll see. We'll see. Yeah.
If I do a good job pitching you.
No, well, see, I almost feel like I look desperate now, like with this
I'll
whole
be
thing.
the desperate for you, though.
Yeah.
You just sit back and relax and watch the ladies come to find you.
The lady.
The ladies.
Always makes me laugh.
That's how it's going in my head.
Yeah,
Anyway,
I love
so,
that. I think
Yeah.
that's a great.
Like you can just sit on a throne
and
and
they'll
wait.
just come up.
Yeah.
Just be like, hello, sir.
Yeah.
No, that'd be weird. Sir? I don't know. So, what do you say to a king? Hello, king, I guess. I don't know. You said the throne. That's what I
Your
was thinking of.
Highness
Your Highness.
or
Oh, okay.
something. Yeah.
I mean,
Your
I'll probably
Majesty.
be pretty high, so Highness would be good.
Yes.
For being so for being out there. No.
All right.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
But it should be fun. It's going to be a great event either way. I'm
Yeah.
excited to do it just because I know that
Mhm.
that a lot of people in Salem need something to go out and do.
Mhm.
And I think
Oh,
it's
for
going to
sure.
be I think it's going to be great for everybody
Yeah.
all around.
Yeah.
I'm not necessarily expecting anything serious from it.
I am
Um
100%
I
expecting
know
something
you are.
serious for you
You
from
always
it.
are though. You are my best wing
Yes.
woman ever.
Yeah.
Like wing person. Like yeah, you're like since the day I met you, you're
Yeah.
trying to hook me up with somebody.
I
Yeah, and
know.
I love that
Yeah.
about
Back
you.
in the day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
For
'Cause I had
sure.
just gotten divorced.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Lyle was like 7 or something.
6.
6?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I
Crazy.
had to think about it. I was
Like
like,
how old he was. Yeah.
yeah, it was about 10
Mhm.
years. Yeah, because he's 16 now.
Yeah. Was our first day the
Crazy.
same day or you had done a few
I had
days?
done just a couple days before you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
there barely before
hmm
Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. Mike and I weren't even married yet.
you. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember I got to
That's
watch all of that. I love it.
I
Yeah.
know.
A lot of
Yeah.
aggression.
I know. So, yeah, I mean, if you ever get married again, which I mean, I know you might not, but if you do,
Just depends on the person.
yeah, for
Like
sure.
that's really all options just depend on the
Yeah.
person. Yeah.
hmm Yeah. But if you ever get married again, I'm your best man.
Yeah. No,
I
agreed.
will wear a suit if
So are we
necessary.
gonna get you a pantsuit or are you gonna do a skirt suit?
We thought about a skirt suit, but
Remember the one,
also,
yeah,
like,
that you
I
showed
don't
me
know. If
before.
I was in a suit, that'd be very funny.
I think you could rock it. I think
Yeah,
it looked
I'd
pretty
be
good. Some
down.
heels, a nice suit
Yeah.
suit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we'd have to have it tailored, so I don't want you like in Like, see,
Yeah.
this is my OCD fashion side coming out. I'm like, well, if
Yeah.
you're gonna be
It
on my
has to
side,
be
this is how you have to
cute.
look. Yeah,
Yeah.
like,
But also the
yeah, you have
skirt
to be
one would
tailored.
be like,
The one you showed me, yeah, that's such a
yeah, that one
cool.
is
Yeah,
perfect. I've
it's so
been
perfect.
saving it for your
Yeah.
wedding.
Well, that's you might be saving it for longer. No, I mean, I don't. I just joke. I don't.
Yeah.
I joke because I'm not down on dating. I know I'm not against dating or anything like that. So I don't want
Mhm.
to seem like like or anything.
Yeah.
But also at the same sense, like what comes comes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not desperate to where it's like, oh my gosh, I need somebody either.
You
You know what
hit
I
the
mean?
spot on the nose.
Yeah.
Sorry, I couldn't say that with with a straight
No,
face.
that was perfect. Hit the spot on the nose. And with that,
Oh my gosh.
yeah. But it'll be good.
Yeah,
Um,
it'll be fun.
I'm excited. I actually like seeing people like get put together.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm more excited to see like other people
Mhm.
like hooking up and talking and stuff like that, and just being like,
Yeah.
watching it happen,
Right.
which sounds fun because I like hooking people up too. Like
Yeah. It
it,
sounded like you said cooking people up. I
did I not?
like
No, I'm
I didn't hear the H.
no, I didn't. No, I know. I tried to make a joke. I was like, I did say
That is
cooking
what
people
it
up. No,
Yeah,
but
for sure.
that is funny. If you're like, what?
I
I didn't know
like
this
cooking
about
people
you.
up.
Yeah.
It's like, "Oh my gosh, same. I never told anybody." And then that's how we find out we're both
We're
serial
cannibals.
cook.
Yeah.
I guess that would be
Yeah,
cannibal.
you'd be a cannibal at that point.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you
Oh,
could be
wait, you're
both. You could be a
joking?
serial
Oh,
killer.
yeah, I'm
Yeah,
joking
no,
too.
totally. Yeah. Ha 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 ha. We're live, right?
But we're just
They're like, we found the
joking.
Salem
We're
cannibals.
just joking.
Just joking. We are not the capital cannibals.
Why capital?
Because Salem, we're the capital of.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
So I'm just trying to
that's
make us.
right.
I just want to give us a clever name.
Mhm.
I mean,
Yeah,
yeah. If we're gonna go down in infancy,
yeah.
we gotta have a clever name.
I don't like that. We
You
need
don't
a
like the
new
capital
one. No, I
cannibals?
don't.
Okay. Well, what would you go with?
Um,
Well, it sounds like capital cannibals.
I barely had time to think,
I know.
okay? We need a
No,
good, like,
I know.
cannibal name.
Yeah. Right.
I'll get back to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll have to.
Yeah.
Until then, capital cannibals. I love that it
In the
bothers you so.
interim. I
See,
don't like
this is
that.
this is the brother in me. Like I love the fact you're like, and I'm like, I'm loving that. It's like, yeah, I got you. I annoyed you.
Careful, I'll cook
Um,
you. I will.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't think that went through. I was like, dang
Just
it.
kidding.
No, or are you? Bum
I'm
bum
just kidding.
bum. What's another like synonym for cannibal? Is that how you say it? For cannibal?
Just say cinnamon.
Cinnamon?
No, it's synonym.
That's what I said.
Synonym.
Yeah.
That is not what you
That's
said.
exactly what I said.
Cinnamon.
Cinnamon.
It's cinnamon.
Well,
For a cannibal?
how do you? Yeah, for cannibal. See,
I don't know. Man eater, but
cannibal.
also that's for like a, lady that steals.
My Google search has to be just so crazy
What's
because I'm looking cannibal cinnamon right now. Like,
what if you get falsely accused of a crime?
well, then
and
we have this
looking
podcast
at
to
your
look back
Google
on.
history.
Well,
yeah, type in there like, something that shows that you're not
so
one.
there's the first couple that come up are
'Kay.
man eater,
Yeah, that's just what I said.
people eater,
Okay.
anthropophagus.
Anthropophagus.
And then there's another one that's
The mammoth
anthropophagus.
What?
I don't know. You gotta read. So
Okay.
you try to say those words.
Anthropophagus.
Yeah, see?
Anthropophagus. Anthropophagus. Yeah.
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 It sounds like, yeah.
So
Yeah.
so we could be if we're a man eater. See, here's the thing. Even though I will be eating a man because I'm a cannibal.
Why not a woman?
I don't
What
want
a
to be.
misogynist.
Well, you know what? Well, first off, because I'm not saying just men. Let's be clear.
Okay.
All right.
Well, you bet you
I'm an
did.
equal opportunity eater.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, maybe that's what we call ourselves. Equal opportunity eaters.
Like, okay,
We're
I
EOEs.
like it better, but it sounds like it's a workplace,
What
which
is a-
it could be a workplace.
Are you telling me that it's a mouthful? I did that. Line that one up perfectly. It's cannibals. They're eating, right?
Yeah.
Not fools.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
We're probably gonna get like hate mail from this.
Probably. So
Yeah.
we're gonna
We are
somebody's gonna write in and they're
kidding.
gonna be like, "My uncle was eaten by a cannibal."
That would be really sad.
Well, of course
Probably
it'd be
by us
sad,
though.
but
We
yeah, sorry. Listen, we were
Red.
hungry.
were hangry,
We were
okay?
hungry. You give us the wrong directions.
How do we even get on this subject?
I don't know. I was literally trying to pull ourselves back in my mind right now, and I didn't remember.
Well,
Cannibals. We were joking about eating people.
oh, you said something from dating.
Oh, I was talking about eating people and dating. Oh, never gonna get another date again now.
Oh, you
I
said
know I was talking about not being wanting to be like desperate.
yeah.
We talked about like I like watching people get hooked up, like
Yeah.
introducing people to
Yeah.
each other.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't know where
Ooh,
we
yeah, I don't know either.
yeah. That's okay.
Yeah,
That's right.
that's all right.
Classic. So
Classic. But it is about that time, anyways. I'm gonna have to wrap it up.
yep.
So thank you guys so much for joining us today.
On the Real Cut podcast.
We give you our unfiltered take on life.